Alrighty, so we are starting from the rooftop today in this property. Looked around everywhere, external and internal, could not find access to the crawl space, so I was not able to do a visual inspection of the other plumbing lines. In addition to that, the toilet in the master bathroom is, the bolts to the lockdown kit are so heavily corroded that those need to be replaced. In addition to that, we do not have water here today, and unlike the last property, we did not have a full tank of water in the toilet to test anything. So even if we did pull the toilet, we would not be able to verify if it's seated appropriately and leak-free, because we want to be able to run water to verify that. So today we are choosing the rooftop, and we are going to recommend that access be provided to the crawl space, and that the bolts to the lockdown kit for the toilet be replaced to provide additional access to the sewer line for emergencies. So we're going to go ahead and hop into the line here and see what we can see. You can see just how heavy the scale and erosion is here. All this green flaky stuff is the patina rusting from the copper line, which is a little uncommon. But as copper rusts, it doesn't turn brown, it turns green like we're seeing here. And when it gets wet, it builds up, but when it dries out, when the buildup actually dries out from no one living in the home for a while, it ends up becoming dry and flaky, and this is what we see here in the line. So we're going to have to do a second look after we push into the external line, if we can do that, and then verify everything we couldn't see while pushing through all this buildup. Here, looks like we're in cast iron. All that buildup there on the, look at all that scale buildup. Not surprised, since we don't have any any sorts of cleanouts. Here at 44 feet might be our external line. If that's the case, it's nice to see some ABS out here. And then immediately into clay. See some old non-flushables, roots. Yeah, this is another clean and re-inspect. Unfortunately, there's just too much neglect going on the inside to really verify what's going on there. Outside, we've got heavy roots and buildup of other sorts that's also preventing a thorough inspection, like the roots we've got here. Again, because we don't have access to water, we can't test for flow. Which means we also cannot test for leaks or low points unless they already have old standing water. Looks like we've hit some sort of blockage at around 81 feet that is holding debris and is not letting us pass. And because we do not have access to water, we cannot flush off our camera lens or flush out the area. This one is, we're going to recommend the clean, we're going to recommend the rescope, and we're going to recommend that access to the crawl space be provided and that the lockdown bolts to the toilet be replaced as an alternative access point to the sewer line. They're going to have to pull that toilet up anyways to get a cleaner in here to do the work properly. So we're going to go ahead and pull back. Looks like our camera lens is pretty well mudded up, so we're just going to pull back here, get it cleaned off, and get everything finished. We are also going to recommend that water be provided to the property so we can properly test for low points, flow restriction, and leakage. Again, it is nice to have a full tank in the toilet for these inspections at minimum, so we can test flow or wash things away. But it's also nice to have access to the water just so we can properly do our job, especially in situations like this where we have heavy buildup throughout and signs of neglect.